Wade, you've had some of your best games over the years against best teams and best players. Do you get more tuned up for that kind of competition?
I appreciate that. Actually, that's a pretty nice compliment. But I wouldn't say I would get. I think I'm kind of the same every game. I think I know the importance of certain games. So I know tomorrow I have to be an even better leader, be even more aggressive, just so that my team can know that how important this win could be for us going down the line. But I wouldn't say that I would get up for different games. But I would say I have a steady demeanor throughout most of the games.
Your assist numbers are up this season. Do you like being able to be more of that kind of player instead of being the go-to scorer as much game in game out?
Yeah, I like the complex of our team this year. We have a pretty good team. I think I tell coach all the time that's probably one of the best teams I've been on since I've been here, and we just have so many different weapons. So I feel like with me being in the forefront of one of the guys having the ball most of the time, that is my job to make sure that everybody kind of eats and make sure that all our weapons and talents are used the right way so that we have the best chance of winning. So I would say that it's definitely been a great feeling to make sure everybody gets a little bit of the sugar.
What's it been like playing with the Zerk?
It's been amazing. It's exactly how I remember it was back in high school. A couple of times we played together. He's phenomenal. He changed our team on both ends of the floor. So he brings a different a different complexity of what he does. So I'm excited to see how it goes this season.
Ohio State first ranked team on the schedule. Can you talk about some of the challenges they present and how you guys have to attack that?
Yeah, Ohio State's a great team. They beat Texas earlier this year. They beat I think Youngstown State the other night. They have a great team. They have a couple returners coming back, just like how we do. They went and got some good dudes in the portal. They playing fast. They can really shoot it. They're long. They have a lot of length. So I'm excited for the matchup. They're aggressive and we're excited to get out there.
Wait, on Alex's question, has the distributing has that been more of a focus, or has it just come naturally with kind of the different options that you have?
Yeah, I would say kind of natural. I definitely have been kind of keen in on making sure that I do my best at distributing the ball a little bit better, making sure everybody feels the need of their importance on the team. I would say it's a focus, but I would also say it's a little bit of um, normalcy too. Like I kind of just already kind of had it a little bit.
I understand the competition's been different because you played Houston, then you had to go on the road to Central Florida. What was the mentality after those two, before these last two games? How would you
Yeah.
describe, what happened within the locker room, what you did in practice?
I think we kind of get mixed up sometimes and basically having to change our mentality. I think every game we have to kind of have the same mentality, but I would definitely say that we learned some early tests going to play Houston exhibition, going to have our first road game at UCF. We learned a lot of things early that we typically don't learn until conference play starts or later in the season. So I think those things that we learned in those two games will help us prevail later on down the line. That we don't have to take a 5-game losing streak to figure out what we need to learn when we already learned in the game one and game two.
What were one of those two things that stick out to you?
Yeah. Just being in the moment, playing hard every game, knowing the importance of time score momentum, just being aware of who we're playing and at what cost it is.
I know last year the ball handling roles kind of went between you and Boots. Without him, there's Manny and Zurich and some different guys. What have you liked, or what have you seen from those guys in ball handling when you get to work off the ball?
Yeah, it's great. I think it's kind of harder for teams to scout that. I think we can give a bunch of different looks when you have different dudes bring the ball up or are able to make plays. With Manny, he's a very great scorer, so we can do different looks with him. I can score, I can pass. Zurich can do the same. So I feel like it gives teams different looks. It gives our team different looks to be able to use our threats differently.
I feel like this is the most guys that you have who can bring the ball up and kind of run the offense that since you've been here.
Besides my freshman year, I feel like my freshman year we had a lot of guys that could do it between me, Hassan, Q, Andre. I think that year we had a lot of guys that could do it. So I kind of think that team is similar to this team as far as depth. So yeah.
Does it seem weird to play a game in mid-November that could really have so much impact 4 months from now?
Um,
And do you, as a captain, have you ever had to feel the need to remind
Yeah.
your guys how important it can be?
Weird. I wouldn't say weird. I would say different. But I think playing a game like this so early kind of helps us later on down the line because we have once again that test and we have those lessons that we can learn from this game. We know how big of a magnitude this game will be for us, so we want to approach it as such, just like how they will. But we just kind of want to go in the same mindset as, hey, this game is important today, so let's try to get this win before we look on down the line.
You guys have played a handful of Big Ten teams the last couple of years, including
Yeah.
Ohio State last year.
Sheesh.
You know, how does playing against that style of basketball that the Big Ten presents, how have you seen that maybe help you guys throughout the seasons?
Yeah, I think I would say that playing the Big Ten teams has been a blessing and a curse. We, we've lost to some Big Ten teams. We've beat some, so I feel like just kind of trying to adapt to the play style that they have, or kind of make them play our way. Make them play how the SEC plays. That's fast. That's tough. That's athletic. So we're just trying to kind of pull the game our way, kind of bend it our way to make sure that they try to adjust to us so that we can have the upper hand.
Do you feel like the exposure to the difference in pace, particularly, is good to see now? Where you guys have played a Big Ten team in the NCAA tournament the last 2 years.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Just like I said with answer with Olin, how these playing a game like this now can help us down in the future. So, say for instance, we play a Big Ten team again later on, we can look back at this game to see maybe what they did compared to whoever the team we might be playing.
More of a general question. You've been here through kind of the evolution of the transfer portal. Do you feel like it's easier or more difficult maybe when you're scouting teams ahead of time, just watching tape with just how different this Ohio State team looks than even last year?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say it's probably a little bit harder because dudes that transferred in probably had different roles on the other team. So what they did at that school might not be what they have to do at this school. So you just kind of just have to go in with kind of an open mind and just stick to your foundation and hope that your foundation kind of delays what they're trying to do.
Have you been satisfied with your shot selection so far this season?
Satisfied? I would say I'm never satisfied. I've been conscious of it. I've been watching a lot of film on it, so I would say I'm okay with it. But satisfied? No, I wouldn't say satisfied.
How big of a deal is it to have this one at Reed?
It's huge. Hopefully all the 12 men come out to support us. We're excited to play. We're excited to always be at Reed, so excited for tomorrow night.